What's up? This is Nak3d Eli, the mostly unclothed gamer, bringing you a legendary speedrun guide for 343 Guilty Spark. This is the 6th mission in Halo 1, and it's not too bad. In my opinion, this is one of the more fun missions to run. It has very minor elements of RNG that aren't too punishing, and a lot of really cool tricks to get you through the mission. So starting off here, we're going to run left, run up on this little rock, and then jump up. You can switch to classic mode to see the textures a little bit easier that you need to latch onto. And then here you jump up to the left and then up to the right. Bada bing, bada boom, we've skipped the entire intro section to this mission. And we're going to head straight down to the area where we find out why all these Covenant are running away. What are they so scared of? And so here some people can try and jump to hit that button, but I find that you can very easily die on the elevator if you hit the button early. So it saves just to wait. Now here you're going to push to the front right on the side where you mashed that little button, and then we're going to use the assault rifle to actually push the enemies out of our way, drop down, come to this corner so you have plenty of cover from the jackals, take out basically all the grunts as you're pushing through, and then use your frag grenades to kill all of these jackals in here. Notice that other corner that I use that you can use as cover if for some reason there's still some jackals left alive and you need to have a little duel with them. Now here, wait for your shields to come back, charge on through these little jackals, and then here, this is a pretty simple grenade jump. You can actually come up here and then throw the grenade down, but throwing the grenade before jumping saves you some time, and you just have to jump straight up from that little canister. You don't actually have to like arc your jump like you normally do on a grenade jump. Just jump straight up and the grenade will launch you up. Alright, so there was the reveal scene where it's like, oh my god, this game doesn't just have Covenant and aliens, but it also has the Flood, these parasitic organisms that take over host bodies, consume them, and then later we learn are controlled by a grave mine. So, right now we're going to throw a plasma that's going to help us take out that first group really quick. Basically, the faster you kill each group, the faster it spawns the next group. So there, I find it's best to save your one frag grenade. We're going to need that for later. And you can use a frag on this little door. They always hide in that little left cubby as you walk in. Once you clear out those 3 sections, then we're going to come here, throw the plasma if you want, and then if you also want to throw another frag, you can launch it into the back there sooner or later. Either way, try and target all of these big flood dudes as they're coming out at you. Now we got 1 plasma for the ride. Walk it on out. You got a health pack there to help you out in case you were low. And it's not too bad. It's not too difficult. You really don't want to die before hitting a checkpoint here because then you have to go to before that, basically the cutscene where you find out that the flood exists. So here we're going to drop down into that door, and then we're going to move forward here. Some speedrunners do a grenade jump up on the right column here, but it's very difficult to hit. This is much easier just to jump up, and then you pray to RNGesus that the jackals and grunts aren't looking at you, or that if they are, that they don't tear you to pieces. I would say like probably 85% of the time you can just run past that no problem. You can try to shoot stuff if you want, usually not a problem though. Here we run to the right because that's the side that this little button is on, so that's going to save us a little bit of speedrunning time. And then the same side that we press the button on, we're now going to go to the front left. So you just hold down forward all the way as you're dropping. That'll hit you on this. You won't take any fall damage. And now here, we pick up the camo, and normally I save a frag for this. I meant to throw my plasma earlier, but you can do it with a plasma too. The grenade's going to help you land on there so that you can then jump to here. And that's hugely important for the rest of this run. So I highly recommend practicing it and then following this exact route that I'm taking. You can make that jump without a grenade. However, it's very difficult. You have to stick the corner like perfectly. And so if you're doing it on PC, it's much easier to accomplish, but on console, I definitely like to have at least a frag or plasma to launch me straight through. And you don't want to go like a full force grenade jump on that. It's like a half grenade jump. You sort of go at half momentum to land you on that platform. Otherwise, you'll overrun, like you'll just go straight over that. You'll know what I mean when you start practicing it. You don't do it full force. And so here, now we're going to shotgun and kill all the stuff in this room. You could grenade jump or try to jump over the pillars again on the right to skip this spawn right here, but I honestly prefer to come up here and then use a grenade to clear the room and then push on through. You can also just wait for all the enemies to pour out. You should have tons of shotgun ammo at this point since we picked it up on our camo route. And basically, we're outside 343 Guilty Spark. It's really not too bad as long as you know the route, you know where you need to be jumping and grenade jumping and dropping to. I used to be very confused by this mission, like it looked like a maze, but after practicing it several times, it's now just second nature. You sort of just know where to go, and even if you forget what's in the next room, once you see it, you'll remember where to go. And of course, now you have this guide, so you can watch this and, you know, basically see the exact route that I take, and hopefully I've been able to articulate what I'm thinking and doing as I'm going through the rooms as well. So this is the most difficult section and most dangerous section in the entire mission, in my opinion. I like to run over to the front left here and then turn around and kill stuff. Sometimes if an enemy lands right in front of me or next to me, I'll shoot him and then continue on this path. You see the red blinking dots? You basically want to stay outside of those because there's a huge group of flood in the middle of this lake. And, well, I don't know if it's called a lake bed maybe, I don't know. The water, wherever the heavy rain is hitting, there's a structure there. That's where we want to end up, but if you beeline it straight there, there's a huge group of flood on the way. So taking this left path all the way around is extremely safe. Now the flood are gonna pour in at you. See what I did there? And then we're going to just take these dudes out over and over again. We want the sentinels to drop, and then we want to pick up a plasma weapon, whether it be a plasma pistol or a plasma rifle. The ending trigger is for both sentinels to go down. So I was looking around for the other sentinels. I guess the flood took it out, and that's the end of 343 Guilty Spark. Under 7 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you next on The Library.